I'm searching for the best card game. Today's card game will be 31 or Stop the Bus, and it requires a regular deck of 52 playing cards. The game can be played with 2 to 6 players, and the game starts by dealing each of the players playing. We're going to play a 3-player game, 3 cards each, and that will be your hand. Then the rest of the deck goes in as the draw pile in the middle. So if we look at our cards, we can see that we have the 8 of spades, the 10 of spades, and the Jack of hearts. The aim of the game is to get the closest to 31 as possible, but only the same suits add to your total. So here, jacks equal 10, the same as queens and kings, and although we have a 10 here, we have a better hand with spades, as we have the 10 and the 8, meaning that we have a total of 18 in our hand. The game starts by looking at the top card, being that of the draw pile, and then the discard pile. We can decide now to add either this card here to our hand, or the card from the top of the deck. As we have a better hand in spades, and hearts will only bring us up to 17, we're going to take a risk and look at the top card here. It doesn't add to our hand, so we're going to discard it and place it in there. The game goes round with each player then picking off the top of the deck or the draw pile and discarding cards. They can add these to their hand or change. So as it's come back to us, we have an ace. An ace is actually the best card in the game, as it's the only card that equals 11 and the only way you can get to 31. Although it is an ace, we don't want it as we're not collecting those cards, so we're going to pick off the top of the deck. Sadly, it's not something that we need, so play continues. Play goes round with players picking off either the top or the discard pile, and then with this, as we're on the 5 of spades, it might actually be better for us to pick this spade and add to our hand. Although we're getting rid of a high card in the jack, it's better to have a hand of all spades than have a higher card in the future. So we now have a score of 23, and the game continues round, so that player may actually want the jack to add to their hand and swap it with one of the cards that they have. And then this player here might pick a card off the top and not want it. But if we get to the point where we're happy with our hand, we can then knock, which means that we're happy with our hand, and the play means that it goes on with one extra person picking up a card off the top to take a look at and add to their hand if they wish, and then everyone must present their cards. So we have a score of 23 to present. The player over here has a score of 17, and the player on this side has a total score of 20 with the 2 clubs. Although they have a heart in here, being the 31 total with the ace, it doesn't actually count as 31, as it only counts the 2 total clubs here. So we now have a score of 20, 17 and 23. We win that hand, and the player who only got 17 would then discard one of their chips. The way this game is played is either elimination, so that player would be out totally, or you can have it where you have lives that get put into the centre. People do play this with bets as well, where I would win the total in the centre and that player would not get their chip back, whereas I would win their chip for winning this game. It's a very easy game to play, and it is best played with, I would say, a total of 4 players, but again works really well up to 6. The best way to, I think, win this game is to focus on one suit early and really stick to that. The high cards are extremely powerful, so make sure you're collecting those. And I would be knocking around a 27, 29 score often. But if you go early like I did in the game, it might be tactically advantage to actually go early with the 23 score, as you see that I won this game. And that is Stop the Bus or 31.